In October 2019 we sailed from Malacca to Port Dickson, and we had the right amount of wind, so we had both sails up, the jib and the mainsail. It was a beautiful, quiet, comfortable sail up the coast. Just south of Port Dickson is Admiral Marina, and we decided to stay there for a few days. As you can see from the picture, it's a rather big marina, medium I suppose. We moored and we organised the power and got some delivery of diesel and washed down the deck with the hose. You can see the marina in the background, the resort, and we went and had a shower each day that we were there at the marina resort. We went and saw the manager, but there are the house duties, and the young lady wanted her hair coloured. We noticed that they had small schools of good size fish in the marina. As I said, we went to the office and paid for the berthing. Not berthing, but mooring the boat. The manager gave us a couple of forms, and the check-in and check-out procedure was more than helpful. And we settled in for the night. Snapper, I love snapper, even frozen. And we had a beautiful snapper dinner. And the next day we went into town to check in at the portmaster and the customs and the immigration. That's their procedure. Got a little bit confused as to whether we needed to go to the customs and immigration in most places. He gave us a local map, which was extremely helpful to find our way around. Caught a grab taxi into this town itself, and then walked from one office to the other. And when I took the photographs for the portmaster, customs and immigration, I actually knew what I was doing, but then it's been 12 months since I recorded it and made this video, and I've forgotten which office was which. The language on the signs is Malay, not English. You can work it out for yourself if you ever go and do what we had to do, and check in and check out. Okay, once check-in was completed, you have to do the same sort of procedure when you want to check out. The next day we went for a bit of a walk to the local park and the lighthouse, Tanjung Tun Cape Ricardo Lighthouse, the entrance to the park. And the daunting task of walking up the hill wasn't hard. These two helped each other on the way up. Then it was time and stop and have a tea break, or is it a tree break? Hug a tree, that's what they say. Eco forest type thing. Some of us hugged the tree, some of us didn't. Then we continued up the hill to the lighthouse itself. I didn't keep any photographs of the views. This is the approach to the lighthouse guard gate and the steps leading up to the lighthouse, and the signs saying Danjung Tun Ricardo Lighthouse. And a bit of a rest before we continued up the stairs. A bit of fun. Peace be with you. Then it was time to walk up the stairs. I'm not saying I'm weak, but yeah, stairs are stairs. There was no entrance that I could find to the lighthouse itself, so we had to be content with walking around the path around the perimeter, and we got to look at a view over the sea, and we saw some local monkeys up in the trees, but the sunlight was such that the photos didn't turn out. On the way back down, I learnt a few new things. The young Malaysian passenger used a knife to cut and shape a leaf, a fern leaf, if I think that's what they call it. And you can see how he splits it in half, takes away the rough edge. About 6 inches up, a foot up, he cuts, and he cut a hole and he grabbed the end of it and threw it, and it tore itself, and the middle bit went flying up like a projectile. So here it is again. Maybe you can catch a bit more of what he does. I thought I was able to video it better than this. He tells me that he learnt this how to do this when he was a child, so you can see that children in different countries do different things to entertain themselves. In my country, when I was a boy, we played football in the street, cricket in the street, tennis in the street, mucked around in the street. These days you sit in front of a computer and do nothing and just play video games. The enlightened few go and play sports with a club. Okay, we waited for the toilet break and left the park and walked down and to Blue Lagoon Beach, which was the local tourist swim spot. And you notice in the foreground is a large sandbank, which wasn't there 10 years earlier from what I was told. Over there is the restaurant or cafe and the car park to the beach. And yeah, the sandbank will probably disappear when man destroys the earth. We stopped for a drink in one of the cafe areas near the car park of the beach itself. And somewhere later on we witnessed a fantastic sunset, and we had a lovely dinner at the local Chinese seafood restaurant. It was quite good. It's hard to pronounce the name of it, but here we go. Zhuang Village Seafood Restaurant. Then we went back to the marina and relaxed, and we had a bit of a look around the marina reception and the balcony, and looked out over the other boats moored in the marina. And there my boat is for sale, but the girl is not. She's her own woman. The video produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of Port Dickson, October 2019.